Hello and welcome to Riverside Reflections. Today's guest is Alexandra Woodruff, who is the clinical nurse manager of 6 South here at our Andrus Pavilion. And today we're going to talk a little bit about her, but also a little bit about Age Friendly at St. John's. So welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you.
I'm so excited too. You're one of my favorite people.
Oh, thank you.
So before we start talking about Age Friendly, I wanted to just learn a little bit about you, what your career has looked like, where you come from, what was your education?
Absolutely. So as you said, I am the nurse manager of 6 South. That is a medical surgical unit here in the hospital. Prior to this, I had actually started my career at Hospital for Special Surgery. So my specialty was really orthopedics. And then after that, I was looking for something a little more meaningful. So I ended up working for VNS Health, and I was a coordinator of care in Harlem. So that was a really meaningful experience for me, really exceptional. But I did get my bachelor's from Thomas Jefferson University, and in fact, I am starting my master's this fall at Columbia University. I'm very excited.
That's wonderful.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it very much.
What's your master's going to be in?
Public health.
Wonderful.
Yes, so I think it's very applicable, especially in a community setting.
So just a quick question about your time in the VNS position. So that was work in the community.
Correct. So I was going into people's homes and I was coordinating care, working with community resources to get them what they need. It was the hardest job I've ever done, to be honest, but it was tremendously rewarding. The people were beautiful.
You know, I love that because St. John's mission is community strong, and we've been here for 155 years serving our community, and that mission has never wavered. So I love to hear that kind of commitment to a community. So can you tell me, as a clinical nurse manager, what is a typical day?
Absolutely. So a typical day is invigorating, let's say. So we start off, around 7 o'clock. We do bedside shift report. What we're really working on right now is coaching nurses to communicate openly with patients. So we've actually moved bedside shift report to the bedside. So I oversee that. I work with my team to deliver good care. Then I'll huddle with my team after that. We really set the tone for the day. The quality indicators we're trying to achieve. Right now we're focused on consistency and, of course, patient safety as always. And then later on in the day, we will do MDR. So MDR stands for multidisciplinary rounds. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. That's where all of the team members come together and we discuss the care of each patient. So it's, really individualized time that we spend figuring out what is best for our patients. After that, the day progresses. There'll be patients going to different departments for testing. I help facilitate that process. Any troubleshooting on the unit, I'm there to really help my staff and support them. And there's constant flow in and out of a medical surgical unit. So we have patients being admitted and we have patients being discharged. So I really oversee all of that in a leadership capacity.
It's a busy day.
It's very busy.
Tell me a little bit about this initiative that you are resurrecting for us, which has been around a little bit, called Age Friendly.
Absolutely. So it's very exciting. So Age Friendly in general is, a global movement that's dedicated to really putting patients, older adults, at the center of their care. So it was developed by IHI, the Institute for Healthcare Improvement, and also with the John A. Hartford Foundation. And together they've come up with this movement. So it's guided by a set of evidence-based principles called the 4 M's. And the 4 M's stand for what matters, medication, mentation, and mobility.
What's mentation?
That's a great question. So mentation is like mental status, right? So sometimes people will come into the hospital, patients come into us, and just because it's, monotonous sometimes day after day, maybe they'll get a little confused or disoriented. So by assessing their mentation, we're better able to keep them oriented and contribute to the overall healing process.
That sounds wonderful. So when we originally had started this, we had achieved a certain level of recognition. Can you talk about what our current status is, and then also where we might be going?
Oh, I would love to. Thank you for asking. So we actually started in 2019, as you said, so this is not new to the hospital.
COVID might have.
Correct. So we were a level 1 participant, then there was that thing, the pandemic. And then, under the leadership of Dindil Setu, we actually achieved level 2 recognition in late 2023. So that is for our commitment to care excellence, and that's not a small thing. So really great work there. Earlier this year, one of the things I'm most excited about is that St. John's has been invited to participate in an 18-month collaborative with IHI. And this is, I mean, I can't express what a big deal this is. This is a tremendous opportunity for us. So of the thousands of hospitals nationwide, we were one of 30 health systems chosen for this.
Wow.
It's remarkable. And just to give you an idea of scope and, you know, the other hospitals involved, it's our neighbors, Mount Sinai, you know, it's Northwell, it's Jefferson in Philadelphia, it's the VA, CVS, for goodness sake, you know, I mean, really, really big health systems, and yet we're part of this and we're contributing. And, you know, I can't say it enough, it's remarkable work, and it's such an opportunity for us. We are quite literally taking a seat at a national table for age-friendly care. The innovations that we come up with collectively will be felt globally. I mean, talk about impact, right? That's so exciting.
It is exciting.
I know.
So where can you go with this? Well, I'm going to stop that. Let's step back for a second.
I have so many plans.
Well, we'll get to those. But so let's talk a little bit first, the actual implementation. So go back to what happens with a patient in the bed when they come in. And what does that interaction look like?
Absolutely. So the whole idea behind the age-friendly care is that we really want to tailor our care to each individual patient, right? It's not just a group of patients. We want to know about the individual. So by using the 4 M's, we very specifically assess the needs. And just to take one of them as an example, so what matters? So this is a multidisciplinary approach between nursing and case management. We both assess what matters to the patient. That could be, and you know, that's through asking open-ended questions, of course, but some of the answers might be financial concerns, family concerns, you know, how are they going to get to a doctor's appointment? How are they going to take their medications? You know, how do they get food on the table? So we assess that, and then we come up collectively with a plan for how to help them. So that could be, you know, as an example, maybe setting them up with VNS services, finding community resources. Maybe sometimes it's a matter of, you know, putting together conversations with their family members. So we really look to meet the patients where they're at and to meet their individual needs.
That's wonderful.
It's really meaningful.
It is.
I know.
It is. So you mentioned the level 2 certification.
Yes.
So where do you get to go from here? What's next?
So I'm proud to announce that level 2 is actually the highest level right now. But so what we're doing, and this is part of the 18-month collab, is that we will be expanding age-friendly care throughout our system. That's actually the purpose of the collab. So right now we have age-friendly care level 2 in all of our inpatient units. Okay, so that's a huge achievement. That being said, we are not satisfied with where we're at. We're constantly trying to evolve and get better, right? So we have a variety, we have a variety of initiatives, and it's because we recognize that age-friendly care isn't stagnant, right? There's always improvements to make, things we can do better. So just to give you some examples, our age-friendly physical therapist, Karen DaCosta, she's working on an initiative right now to get every patient out of bed with every meal every day. I mean, that's great. That's exactly
amazing.
What we should be doing.
Yes.
And then we have a hospitalist, Dr. Scheingold, working on really revitalizing our delirium protocol to better meet the needs of our patients. So again, my point in this is that even though we've already achieved the highest level, that doesn't mean we stop. We are constantly looking for ideas for change and innovation. In addition to doing the inpatient side here, we are actually expanding age-friendly care to the ED here. So that would be for both of our sites.
So ED is emergency department.
I'm sorry, yes.
Community, because the common vernacular is ER. So
correct.
Yes, so that's what you're referencing.
So that would be the emergency department.
Right.
And you know, we have a really all-star team working there. So that's led by Dr. Shrilly, Dr. Nassef, and then Susanna Jokai. So she's the nurse manager down there. Together, the three of them are really changing the way that we deliver emergency care to an older adult. And you know, you think about an older adult who comes into the ED, they maybe can't wait so long for care, or you know, maybe they can't stand for long periods of time. They have different nutritional or hydration needs, and the ED team, they're very aware of that, and they're looking to meet those needs. So they are currently, you know, as part of this overall move to become age-friendly, they are working to achieve the geriatric emergency department accreditation. So that's a huge deal. It's something we're very proud of. So we're in the process of that. And then, I almost forgot to mention, so Herta Muller, our CNO here, has decided to bring the Niche program, an award-winning program geared around nurses, to our hospital. So Niche stands for Nurses Improving Care for Health Systems Elders. And what this is it really puts the nurse at the center of the care movement forward, let's say. So it empowers a nurse to really make changes, to find a problem, identify an issue that we can, do better, something to bring us forward and really meet the needs of our patients. So that's incredibly exciting. And then, of course, the overall goal is to expand care throughout our system. So next it would be the behavioral health services, and then after that to the outpatient settings. Wow. So it's a tall order, but it's very exciting.
I love your enthusiasm. And I'm going to ask this question, but I kind of think I could answer it for you, given what I've just heard from you. But, I always ask when we do these interviews, what is the why for you? Why nursing, sure, but why this initiative? Because your passion is evident. So tell me what the why is.
Absolutely. So, I think this is an extension of why I became a nurse, right? So I've always known since I can first remember that I would live a life of service. It's very meaningful to me to give back to my community and give to other people. And I kind of stumbled upon the age-friendly arena, but I feel like I found my forever home here. Geriatrics, maybe it's not flashy, but it's so meaningful, isn't it?
And made my day.
It's true. And look, we're all going to be there one day, and I want someone to care about me and care for me, and I want, I'm paying it forward by doing this for other people. Maybe one day someone will do it for me.
Well, I'm done. I think I can be very happy with that answer. I think it's amazing. Alexandra, thank you so much for being with us today. I just find your enthusiasm and passion wonderful. I so appreciate you joining us today. And to our audience, thank you again for joining us for Riverside Reflections. It's been a pleasure.